And we should be live. Do apologise about the shocking Twitch service. We've only missed a few minutes Q1, nothing drastic has seemed to happen.
No, nobody's DNF'd, not yet. Let me just get all my telemetry up.
Yeah. Right, so I'm not sure who was first. It's one of these guys here. So it probably is Mr. Pro. Williams driver. First on the hot lap. Into our mega long sector 3. Longest part of the track by far. DRS as well. Should be reaching a maximum capacity of the car. Just get grips of Q1, the late joining. That's the pros, first one across the line with a 136. Then down to JT Blitz in the McLaren. So obviously China is not many people's favourite track. Some seem to like it. Probably not first choice for many though, I would have thought.
I don't mind it too much, to be fair. There are ones I dislike far more than that.
JC Blitz new fastest, 135.7.
On the mediums as well.
Mikey, the mediums as well, last corner. With a 135.443. Decent time in the mediums. OTC Dreams also on the mediums into the final corner. It's very easy to invalidate on that last part. Oh, Scootex is facing the wrong way. Good timing. Yeah, it's one of those tracks is not loved by many. Sector 1 is obviously, I think, a big hate for a lot of people. Definitely turn 1, the continuous, weird looking.
That one be in the last corner, and he will set a 35.4 on the mediums as well.
Not a bad time. We seem to have a lot of guys going for the mediums.
Yeah, missed Anto. I hadn't seen Anto crossing the line. The 134 dead.
And there's Sid on the softs. To the final corner. Fairly smooth on the out exits. And crosses the line with a 135.557. Who have we got now? Aston Martin's ahead, the Ferrari is also ahead there. So our next drive across the line is the Aston Martin Snipers for Life. Not sure how many attempts he's had, he's completely out of ERS.
Well, according to his tyre life, he's on his first lap on these, so unless he had it on his warm-up lap, I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably more like it, yes.
It's very easy to do, because it
oh,
seems to be
Pivot has done
on.
exactly that. He has pivoted as we came onto him.
Yeah, because it's set to be on when you come out the pits. It's
yeah, it's a weird one, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It took me a while to get in the habit of checking it.
Such a weird thing to have programmed into the game to have switched on your out lap.
Yeah. I mean, it's not been the first time I've remembered to turn it off and then forgotten to turn it back on again until I was halfway around the hot lap, so you know. Oh!
How are we doing, OTC?
Again. Pivot has just lost his front wing.
Ooh. Let's stick on board with Syrah. I'm watching through the whole qualifying lap. He's just started round into turn 1. And then coming down now into, I don't know what those turns in The first turn, is that one continuous turn or is that... I don't know. But he's in the middle of sector 2.
Squiggly turn.
Into sector 2, which can carry a lot of speed with. It's normally just a down gear in to try and get the car turning in. Don't sacrifice that much speed up to the new... It's not the new layout here, it's still the old layout, isn't it? They cut that corner off in a new version, well, when they go back to China, I can't remember.
Honestly, no.
No, obviously it's been cancelled this year in real F1, so we won't see. Zero into the hairpin, nice and tidy on the exit, and now into the final corner. Just cutting the first. Ooh, bit of a fight on the car there. It's look like it's starting to oversteer. 134.368 on the mediums. Mr. Pro is the sauce. Alan.
Alan, yep, he's just gone into sector 3. Did a decent race here last night, Alan, I think P7 or 8, I want to say.
It's a good finish. See what he can do in a realistic AlphaTauri.
I also awarded him driver of the day on about lap 5 because he got past Matt.
Open and close case, that is. Job done. Everyone
Absolutely.
go home.
Yep. Yep. P7.
Not bad. Matt, PRL Matt, we went to him a short while ago under basically the same point of view on now, and he had invalidated, and he's now at the same point again and has invalidated again. There's some point on this track that he's struggling with. He's now attempting to go again with 20%.
ERS. Yeah.
Brave man, I probably would have decided to come in.
Brave, stupid, it's questionable. Really.
Yeah. Depends which way it works.
I mean, if it's you or I, it'd be brave. This is Matt. For any new viewers, just so you know, Matt watches the stream back deliberately and gets upset if I don't insult him, so it's part of my service.
And you continuously provide that service.
Happy to do so.
Maybe gives you a 5-star rating as well. Who retired? Sarah retired in the pits. Happy. Should be comfortably through, sitting in P5 with 6.5 minutes remaining.
Matt is now in the back straight, so...
Is he doing this with all without ERS? I think he may be, because it seems to be going up.
Well, he's... yeah,
so if he's going to come in, I'm going to have words with him. He's coming now, just wasted all of that time.
I'm assuming has DNF'd.
LMB has DNF'd at the end of Sector 2. We may be able to see where he has.
Matt has abandoned that, gone into the pits, which is probably quite wise.
So he's come around, DNF. He is on the left-hand side. I don't know if he had the... He might have called the right-hand side a bit too much, and the car's kicked out. We lose. LMB, Zola dives into the pits. Douglas Sheet goes P2. We did miss that. Who else are we missing? Where are the... Oh, Kenyon went P3 and missed that as well. Pivots is invalidated. So we're still on board with Vale. As he comes across for his first attempt at hot lap in Q1.
Matt has come back out of the pits on the same set of softs. I'm very confused by what he's doing here.
I don't think he knows.
No.
Been poorly advised from his team garage.
I think so.
Again, nice and smooth so far by Vale, as you would expect. Going into the start of sector 3, the long loopy right-hander, which is opening it up as much as possible to get your power down and as early as possible. Utilise this massive straight. Normally tell roughly what wings people are running here because of the speed they get to on that straight.
Yeah.
Should average about 205 miles an hour. It comes out, exit is lovely, stays to the right and posts a 134.375. And Scootex is invalidated. Let's go back down to PRL Matt.
He's just starting his
As
lap
he
now.
is just starting. Pivot is ahead. We're going board with him first, who's struggled these last few attempts to get the validated lap or keep the car in this point in the right direction. Both shoots retired in the pits. Happy? Pivot last corner right on the line. But he's going to post a validated time. He's in P14 currently. Dodo's is yet to set a time. He's on his out lap now. Matt looking a little bit uncomfortable.
It's not like Dodo's still leading for that last minute either.
Dreams has retired in the pits. He's happy. Lots of sector 3s. Yellow flags popping up. As Matt was looking a little bit uncomfortable around sector 2 there. As he is just approaching the second to last corner now. Williams ahead, moves over to the right. Hard on the brakes. Misses that apex a little bit. Not too much, but we'll knock a little bit of time out. Keeps this one validated and posts a 134.288. P9. Back down to Dodo's. As his teammate is also behind him. Cedric sitting in P12. There's like a little bit of a lock up from Dodo's.
Snipers for Life has come back out on the mediums again.
Pivot has retired in the pits, so we will lose Pivot in Q1. Currently sitting in P16, so LMB and Pivot are out as it stands. Dodo's up to P9. Drops. Mr. Pro is into the dropout zone. JT Blitz just hovering on the edge. Did we see Sid? Did he improve? I don't know. Apparently he did improve by 0.2. So it's up to P11. just
Yeah,
to stretch
3
himself out.
thousandths of a second faster than Alan. We saw this last night as well. There were so many drivers just thousandths of a second quicker or slower than each other.
Ah. JT Blitz coming down the long straight now, sector 3. Just hovering over the elimination zone P14.
He should be safe, I think.
Yeah, he should be.
I mean, Snipers for Life going back out in mediums. I can't see him improving by much. Oh, and he's just went right off the track.
As JT Blitz does improve by a second and puts him up to P8, moving Mikey down to P14. But he is safe, so we do lose Stony Bum, Snipers for Life, Pivot, Mester Pro, and TGM LMB. Just like that, Q1 is over. Just wait for these last few drivers to come
In
round.
answer to your question, Dreams, I believe he is running full. I think.
Oh man, probably yes. So Q1 is over. We have the American of OTC Dream sitting on pole. Or sorry, in P1 into Q2. Red Bull and Alpine following up behind. The other thrower teammate Anfield is also through. Be like Barry, first reservist on a Sunday up to P5. Zero through, Val through. JT Blitz, Scootex, Dodos, Matt, Cedric, Alan, and Mikey into Q2.
Actually, that's one thing. Have we had a weather report?
No, we haven't. Can we please have a weather report?
Again, OTC Dreams agreed.
It's, well, I'm assuming
No
that
rain.
one says, yeah. I'm assuming that no one told us it wasn't raining meant it was okay.
Yeah. We'd have heard if it was.
There we go. Shall we get the points target up while we wait for some drivers to come out?
I think we should, yes.
Right. See if this works. Last couple of times hasn't worked. Again, it's not working. It's so silly.
Let's not then.
It just brings up stupid stuff. Right. Try one more time, just so I got rid of that now. No, it just doesn't like. I don't know why. It brings up the completely wrong tables.
Yeah, isn't that the budgets?
That is the budgets, but that should be where the thing is. But just stupid. Just stupid. Alright, we'll try something else very quickly. While these guys are going around. See if I can get my technical brain working. No, it still doesn't like it. I literally just put a nice freshly copied picture into it and it still brings up the grid. The budget. So we're not going to do that. I'll refer to my previous statement on the Twitch service provided tonight. Rubbish. Right. Let's crack on with Q2. Mikey's the first driver out. He is on the softs. He got through on the mediums, which was an achievement in itself in Q1 for the Aston Martin. So, judging by this, I do remember that Mikey has passed his target. He is currently 4 points over, I believe. See if I can get that back up just on my own viewing. Yes, Mikey is over by 4 points. Oh, who's that round? A Red Bull round the wrong way. Sector 2.
Mikey just about to come to the end of his lap.
Oh, he's only going to put it on in P1 at the moment.
P1 is P1.
32.993 from OTC Dreams, who needs to win this race, and also he just needs to win the race to pass his target.
Yeah, he just needs to win. He's 29 points short currently.
As the drivers just crossed the line, Scootex will try and give you a heads up of how these drivers are doing compared to their target. Scootex is, well,
He needs
32. Is he?
Oh,
Yes.
22.
Yes, sorry, 22. So, it's a fairly big ask on Scootex, not impossible at all. Barry Upton 2P.
Oh no, sorry, you were right. It's I was looking at the wrong name. Yeah, it is 32. So, yeah, he's
Scootex.
He's out.
Cannot. It is impossible. And to Syrah. So we also believe that Syrah's target is also impossible to reach. Unfortunately, as he sets a P4 on the mediums. Vale has passed.
Scootex, and like an idiot, I was looking at Blitz. So yeah, Blitz needs P2 or P3 with fastest lap, which in the McLaren is a big ask.
Big ask.
Particularly with this field.
Yes, a very big ask in that McLaren.
Alan's still on the pits. Do you remember when Alan used to always be first out?
He did on the first season, it was always Alan.
Yeah.
How's Matt's doing compared to his target? He's passed already by 1
Matt's
point.
passed by 1. Yep. Alan needs 6 points today, which I think is 15th.
Totally possible.
Vale also has passed his target.
Yes. So Kenyon hasn't. Kenyon is 9 points off of his target.
Yeah, so he needs P13, which for Kenyon
Isn't? Yeah, it was more than. More than
He should be able
capable.
to do that with 3 wheels on the car, frankly.
Don't jinx
In
it.
fact, let's just go take one of the wheels off his car, just to give him a challenge.
But he does, more importantly, need to keep a nice, clean race.
I did speak to him last night after the Eco race. I said, so, will the race only be going for gold, or are you just going to play it safe? He was not sure. So I think he probably wanted to play it safe, but I don't know if Kevin's capable of not wanting to win.
Yeah, I think he'd decide when he sees the final grid, like the standing order of the grid.
Yeah.
Here we go, Vale crossings the line into P7, 134.723. Mikey, second attempt. That's 135. I think he's actually going now. He is going now. Dodo's is just ahead. OTC Dreams retired. In the pits, he's happy again. Anfo coming around the final corner. That's the yellows there. Will come into the pits, I'm sure. Most of these drivers will come in and get ready for their final attempt.
Just looking at those that are just outside the top 10. So Blitz is 1/100th shy of P10. Sid needs about 3/10 to get up into the top 10 currently.
So this track should naturally get faster.
Yeah.
But obviously for everyone, not just individual people. This way, maybe a bit of a team game. I mean, Sector 3 is just...
Yeah.
That's a mega.
Dodo's is just coming up to the last corner.
Always right on the line there.
I know, that took a wee sharpened breath there.
P8. Mikey up to P9, improves by 0.444. Puts him right on the edge now of the elimination zone. So most of these drivers will now have their second or third attempt, depending on which one it is. Alan's just crossed the line. So we said again, needs 6 points, so he's want to get this furthest up the field that he can do.
Blitz and Sid are both on out laps. Clearly going for it again.
Might not be too bad actually, because is Dodo's having... No, I suppose Dodo's is on his in-lap now, isn't he? It's a shame. If he was on his hot lap, and by the time Sid caught up, he could have a nice little cheeky toe down Sector 3 if they met there.
And this is what I'm saying. I mean, you look at from Bale 134.723 down to Mikey, it's a 134.771. I mean, there's nothing in it. 500s.
Sector 3's got to be worth a good toe. It's got to be worth probably 0.2 if you do it right, down from start to beginning to the end.
Seven's come out again as well, so he's obviously not feeling.
But he's sitting
safe.
P9. Alan is sitting P12. It's not.
Mikey's come back in.
Might be. Mikey had a nice extra pair of softs because he used the mediums in Q2, so I'm sure we'll see him out for another attempt. Cedric is just starting his hotline now. Coming to the middle of sector 1. We'll go back down with JT Blitz, and this is the tow that I was talking about. The McLaren team are doing it now. I mean, the power is quite noticeable, and that's a beautiful tow. Absolute slingshot your teammate into the hairpin as long as he gets this right. Which it did look like JT Blitz did, as there was a Mercedes pointing the wrong way. I wouldn't like to say who that is. Oh, it's Scootex. JT Blitz, GTT Blitz moves up to P7.
Yeah, he improved by 4/10 there.
There we go. Proof is in the pudding.
There's pudding?
Wow. Might be. It's on Red Bull's budget.
Oh, you're the boss. So
yeah.
Sling it over this way.
We don't spend it on car repairs, we just spend it on food. Oh, there's Sid as he is braking heavily. He's trying to build this ERS up.
Yeah. He's obviously abandoned the setup.
Matt has retired in the pits, confident with his P5. As we have
Alan has given up as well. Alan's come into the pits.
Alan's in the pits. That is it for Alan. Retired. Sierra final corner. Should be improving on a 134. Looks like he is. He is improving. It goes to P3. Cedric is starting his line, but I'm going to go back down to Beat Lake Barry as he is returning the favour given by himself. Beautiful. Teamwork makes the absolute dream work. And they were two beautifully executed tows, which we should be seeing the results of as JT Blitz and Beat Lake Barry come across line, and he goes up to 5.
Nice.
Very good. It does unfortunately move his teammate down into P10. He's right on the cut-off zone. Dodo's is not on his hot lap now. He's having one last attempt now. Mikey is top of sector 1. Alan in the pits. We have lost. Let's go on board with Cedric. He is not improving as it stands. He's only slightly down this time. A good sector 3. And
like
it may seem improved.
2/10 through sector 1. He needs what, 4/10 to get through.
Cedric needs a minimum of 1.2 second improvement. I mean, it's quite a big ask in a Haas. As it was a good exit on there, though. What's he got in his bank?
Through sector 2, Mikey is 0.37 up. So there's a clean sector 3. He should be through.
Anfo. It is squeaky bum time for Anfo, sitting P9. 2 drivers remaining.
Just coming up.
Mikey crosses the line, P8, safely into Q3. Anfo on elimination zone. JT Blitz has moved down. Dodo's yet to come in the Haas.
Here he comes now.
Will he go down? No, he does not. P12, 1 spot ahead. It's the Haas 12 and 13. And Anfo's bum has stopped squeaking.
Well, as far as we know.
Well, it might do. And that concludes Q2 China. Damn, Anfo, you lucky. Those who just seen Anfo gets through by the skin of his teeth into Q3. PRL Matt into Q3, sitting at P9. Mikey with a valiant effort of the Aston Martin getting into Q3 as well. Going on to the big boys of the Red Bull is separated by Bit Lake Barry in P6. Alpine P4, Mercedes and Scootex P3, Kenyan in the Alpine in P2, and the sitting in P1 again is OTC Dreams in a Ferrari. Here we go into Q3, top 10 shootout. Nice bit of a mix there, to be fair. McLaren, Aston, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, 2 Alpines. As you'll probably see, most guys come out fairly early now. As they are all madness. Out. As they are all coming out. The only person that's not is Kenyan. Just because he likes to be a little bit different. Yeah. Oh. Because she got a little bit too happy on his outlap. It's now facing the right way again. So we do have that OTC Dreams and Bit Like Barry a little bit close together. The others are separating themselves a bit more. As the guys will be going now. Give yourself a little bit more of a gap, and they are going. Scootex has got Zero for company. Let's go back to the front. It was Vale, Mikey, OTC Dreams, Bit Like Barry, Scootex and Syrah. Try and catch around them in that order as we go down.
Any prediction for pole here? Who do you think it might be?
I'm going to go Dreams. He looks fairly solid. Q1 and 2 was captured, or sat there quite comfortably. So we'll go for them.
I mean, to be honest, I can only hope for Peter last night. I don't know, did you manage to watch last night, or were you busy?
I've caught a bits and bobs through the day today.
Yeah, I mean, the battle for second place was just epic. Second, third, fourth and fifth were all within half a second of the back end of each other's cars for just about the whole race.
Yeah.
So, Dreams responds to your prediction by sticking it in P1 by quite a margin.
This Matt goes up to P5. Douglas Sheet goes up to P8. Anfo looks like he's backed out. We'll be going there for another attempt now. Kenyon is out. Going down to Sector 3. DRS point. Fully open. Probably didn't cut that as nice as he would like. P2 132.929. That's everyone's first attempt apart from Anfo, who's having another go now. Oh, he's firing the limit there. Right on the limit, the Ferrari driver.
I'm going to assume that he is just not a fan of this track because he's usually much further up the field than this.
I think Q2 he said he was trying to preserve tyres. I don't know if he wants to have a few more attempts in Q3 or potentially anyway. But yeah, he did have a moment on his first attempt in Q3. This one looking a little bit better, but I don't think it's going to be a time that's going to really trouble the top guys. I mean, he's put himself P3, but he's still just under half a second away from his teammate. Don't get me wrong, it's still a decent time.
Absolutely.
He's got, most of these drivers will come in, most of them are in, and now apart from Antful. Sidrick's just turned himself into a cheerleader.
Cheering on us, I take it.
No, he's not, which is really bad.
No?
No.
Jeez, so...
It's unacceptable behaviour.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm good for is cheerleading. Right, most of these guys are coming out again. I don't know what Anthony's doing, if he's trying to build up ERS to go again or not. Not quite sure, but we're going to go on board with Mikey.
We've just had a bit of cheerleading from Sid, and all I'm saying is I hope he's shaking his pom-poms.
What a penis. Oyster and Wolverine. Don't blur out soon, we're going to be in comic books before you realise it.
Exactly.
Mikey's potentially last attempt getting this Aston Martin as high as possible in the top 10 shootout. It's a relatively short run up into Q1, into turn 1 from the grid start anyway. It's a bit of a weird one, this one here.
Yeah, I mean, really, ideally, if you've got the inside line, and you can brake quite enough. Mikey is up by half a second through sector 2.
Oh, he's pace-wise, he's just under a second away from P9.
Yeah.
It's quite a gap from the Red Bulls, but
that's yeah, from a Red Bull to
this is an Aston Martin that is well out of with the rest of the field in terms of performance. He's done a good job as it stands already just to get it into Q3.
Absolutely.
He crosses the line. He does improve. And he goes up to P8 for an improvement of second.
5 thousandths short of improving by a second.
Unlucky, a good and very decent attempt so far. That is Vale. He is improving at the moment. It's not going to be enough to knock or put him into P3 unless he can do something in this last corner. It is. 0.573 knocks Ampro down. So the next one is it's the Red Bull pair.
Yeah, so the Alpines currently splitting the Ferraris.
Let's stay on board with Cyril and see what the Red Bulls can do. Themselves in this mix. As I'm pretty sure this will be the last attempt. What's Vale doing in Sector 2?
Maybe hoping to give his teammate a tow?
Potentially, but his teammate's quite far back.
Yeah, not just that, but there's a lot of traffic ahead of him.
There is, yes. Whoa! Oh! Cyril completely lost it. Douglas yeet.
Oh, Sid, sorry, that late Barry has just spun.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Scutex has improved by 7/10 through sector 2.
It is. It's going to see a tow from the Alpines. First time in history they've worked as a team. It'll be enough as Kenyon tries to push off OTC Dreams and Duggersheet down.
P2.
Duggersheet, new fastest lap, 1:32.559. Kenyon pips him. The tow worked. Matt crosses the line in P9. Billy Barry will cross the line and remain P8 after his spin on his final attempt.
I believe Scutex put his on, what, P5, was it? Yeah. Again, I think Pip's Anthel by 1/100th.
Right, that concludes qualifying. We're going to take a couple of minutes break and we will be back.
Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
welcome back.
Kenya
Cool.
is flying, as per usual.
Let's get these tyres nice and warm.
Yeah.
28 laps is next of China. Last attempt for some of these guys to meet their targets. Unfortunately, some of these targets are beyond reach for some.
Yeah, it seems to have been a bit of bad luck for some people. Some having to miss races for various reasons.
Yeah.
Some trying to get used to a switch from different degrees of traction. Some just being a bit unlucky. But even in the past, when I think all but a few have passed their target, and we've thought, oh, there won't be much movement. It seems as soon as the window opens, everybody goes, I'm moving, I'm going. Apart from the top teams, obviously. But that will be what? One guaranteed Red Bull, one guaranteed Ferrari seat, and possibly two unless Dreams can win this.
Potentially, and we could have two guaranteed Alpines, depending on Kenya's outcome of this race. Mercedes at the moment, there is one guaranteed and one that is unfortunately unable to reach their target.
Matt's done it again. Matt, you fool.
Right, I'm going to go on board with Vale.
I will do what I did last night. I'm going to go back to... Oh, I'll just go down to 17.
Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Round 5 China is underway. Oh, we got Alan's drive-through penalty. We've got kind of drivers fighting for positions. It's very dodgy into turn 1. People try and get the right lines, try and make the most of some of the inside run-ins.
Some are 3 abreast at the back here, but so far, so good.
Zira has moved up into P5 and Info P6. Oh, very deep there from Anfo. Dugashit gets Kenyan. Just need to keep an eye as we go back down the grid. Wisdom. JT Blitz makes a move on Dodos. Oh, Williams drive had a little bit of oversee there. Went jostling around.
Right, we seem to have all got through all the corners and nobody has went flying off.
Oh.
Pivot has just been
As
saying
Pivot
that.
looks like he's spun, and then it looked like a hell of a break in from Snipers and LMB, which has caused probably some wing damage to LMB. It looked like Pivot lost it, but Dreams now leads this race. Douglas Sheet sitting in P2, Kenyan P3.
Yeah, Snipers for light has
are.
lost a front left end plate, but is not pitting.
So we
LNB
have,
has went into the pits. Alan is probably
yeah,
just
he
serving
did definitely pick up.
his drive through.
Oh, what's going on here then?
Sirra.
Oh,
is
who we lost?
gone.
Sirras. How have we lost
I
Sirra?
don't know how he's lost it there.
We have a VSC.
I mean, that has worked out perfect for Alan, if nothing else. He's got rid of his drive-through just before the VSC was called.
I mean, it's worked out nicely for LMB as well.
Yeah.
It's now got newer tyres, pressure wing. So it is meant to be a one-stop strategy. as it is only a VSC, so we will see it go live again. If anyone that did pit or had to pit, it has saved some time. Not completely free as what under a safety car would be, but it's definitely reduced the speed of the pack.
Yeah.
Mr. Pro virtual safety car speeding. We'll have to serve a drive-through. What is going on here?
3 with penalties there.
Not sure what's going on here. We've had Pivot, JT Blitz basically come to a standstill. I don't know what happened there. They went so far over their target they literally had to stop.
Could have been.
I don't know. As we're having a couple of guys now. These are the ones that are serving. No, that's Anfo in the pit. Mr. Pro serving. Anfo's getting a new front wing. As the field is just starting to spread out a little bit now. We've got some pockets. That VSC has really put a mix in. Scootex, Mikey up into P6. Stellar drive so far. A bit like Barry following up. Oh! Dodo's is gone. Massive crash. Massive. It's another VSC. That is absolutely monstrous crash. Didn't see what happened there. I'm trying to does have these corners where it just throw you. Looked like he was ready, running fairly all right and by himself. Maybe it's just the cold tyres that are catching some of these drivers out. Cedric is being overtaken on the inside of the mediums of Anfo. He's just getting his nose ahead. He's going to cut inside. I'm sure Sid will tuck him behind as well. Snipers for Life is up into P7 through pits. It's a bit like Barry, Stoney. I don't know what happened there.
I've got 3 of them on my screen are in the pits. Have you got that?
Yeah, all of them are in the pits, yep. I think they had an issue under the last VSC, like concerning each other, because they were all stopped at one point down the back sector.
So, the big changes here, or the bigger changes, are Snipers for Life is up 11 places. And at the other end of the scale, unfortunately, Scootex is down at 11 places.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I don't know.
I didn't even notice that Kenyon had dropped to 3rd. I've only just, there's been so much going on.
Oh yeah, he dropped to 3rd on the lap 1. I think Douglas Sheet and OGC Dreams got him off the line. Cedric may look on the inside. Going up here, is he? He doesn't. He pulls himself out a little bit, but he's now got LMB for company. He's looking around the outside. Let's see, he's got the bigger balls, and so far LMB's got round the outside, power down. He gets his car just ahead, and Sid will slot back in again.
I thought for a half a second Sid was thinking about leaving it out there, but no.
No, I don't think Sid will ever leave it out there. That's really unfortunate. It looked like
LMB. Oh, somebody just dived into the pits again. LMB.
That is LMB.
seem to be a total change.
He may do. I mean, he had an early stint on the mediums, so may now wants to be going on to the hards and go towards the end. I mean, he started on the hards anyway, so he's confident they'll go this extra bit. Not sure. Let's go back down to the Alpine boys that are fighting for P3. Pivot and Alan swap places. Sipper's got DRS and the Williams ahead. Is the move done comfortably before the braking point? That's a bit like Barry's in pursuit of Mr. Pro as well.
And sets the fastest lap. Yeah, unfortunately with the shenanigans earlier on, it's kind of left everybody else a bit pretty spread out.
Has. Oh, as Billy Barry looks on the inside, gives a bit of a switch back. Oh, it's a little bit comes together with Mr. Pro. A little bit of banging.
LMB is back in the pits again.
We're going back in the pits. A front wing.
Yeah. He doesn't have much luck here, has to be said.
Anfo's dead. Anfo has died, and that brings out a full course safety car as LMB exits. I mean, he gets out ahead of it. Shall see probably many guys jumping into the pits. Pereira Matt is the first, swapping from the mediums onto the hard compounds. McLaren's all stay out. Some of these guys might stay out. They have pitted already for various reasons.
I mean, 3 early DNFs, I mean, that's certainly going to help those that weren't needing very many points to pass their targets.
Some electing to stay out and onto their strategies.
Snipers for Life will be glad that they've finally got in and got a new nose cone on. I do wonder if this safety car is my fault after I'd said the rest of the field are quite spread apart.
Both Alpine pit.
I mean, that certainly helped with OTC Dreams putting, that certainly helped LMB.
Yeah, I just wonder what it would do. Will it head into...
Yeah, he'll get to pass
will,
it, yeah. Cause
which is good. So they will pick up the leader.
No, that was why before I stopped, if I was at the back, if there was a safety car, I would often stay out an extra lap just so that I wouldn't get lapped by those, you know, those at the front who were pitting. I would stay out, make up the time, and then That way I wasn't losing out to the getting stuck behind the safety car. Because there is nothing worse than being a back marker and being maybe halfway through the pack.
No.
Because then you've just got to move, well, okay, we've got ghosting on, but I always move over anyway, but there's nothing worse than just restarting and just having constant blue flags.
Yeah. Maybe it's something they do for next year's game where they do actually let people that are in that mid-pack that have been lapped to underlap themselves. He's got a spread out field, he's probably going to be out for at least another lap. So the back of the field to catch up.
I mean, depending on where the LMB catches the back of it, if he gets it right, he should have nice warm tyres.
Let's have a look at the tyres. So our leader, OTC Dreams, is on hard compounds, fresh as well. Kenyan and Douglas behind, elected to go for the mediums, which means they potentially started on the hards and Vale done the opposite to his teammate. I'm not sure what the mediums, they probably last.
I mean, we've still got 5 drivers that have not made any stops yet.
Not sure if the mediums will feel great towards the end of these 28 laps.
No.
The hard compound tyres are in OTC for Dreams, for instance, if it's a fairly straightforward race towards the end, should comfortably get around. They're still not going to feel great, but they should comfortably get around. Will we see it here? Would it give it the call? Start sector 3 is up. It may be at any point down this straight. It may go for another lap for while LMB catches up.
Yeah, he's still 25 seconds off the back.
Should be a fairly late call if it is now. It may stay out another one, but wouldn't be surprised if it's late. We know it can do that. Now it will go around one more time. Stony Bum is in. LMB is also in. It will come in now regardless because of its time limit that it's stayed out for. But these guys, I'm assuming, are probably, now judging by the time that's left in the race, will probably just go for the hard compounds. No, Stony Bum going for fresh mediums and LMB going for hards. They should be able to catch up before this is a go.
Safety car in this.
Yep.
Have you seen admin chat?
Nope.
I think you need to, please.
So when will OTC? When will he go? He has gone now. Dugashit is right on the back. He has not been caught napping. If anything, he's actually got a head start. Is he burning the RS? Is he looking on the outside? He is. OTC Dreams is.
Oh, he just seemed to
He
give that up.
completely ducked out of that.
Yeah.
Completely.
I'm surprised at that, to be honest, given that he's got to win the race, but maybe he just decided to play it safe, catch him back up.
Potentially. He is indeed. I mean, he is on a different strategy. Those tyres will feel better for him going towards the end, but maybe he didn't want to fight into it.
Snipers for Life
Snipers for
just
Life
went
is
into
round.
the barrier.
He's back going again. As I do now have the app open and running.
Good, good.
Dugashit tyre degradation is on 14%. The hards of Alan in P6 are on 30%.
Yeah, he's
Along
yet
with
to-
the other guys.
yet to pit. Snipers for Life picks up her first 3-second time penalty.
Dugashit is leading currently as the sector 1 time just starting to shrink from OTC, but now seems to expand, and as the Red Bull gets to open up the power on the longer straights. The medium compound tyres seem to eat quite quickly around here, so I don't think they're going to be very good come towards the end. Dugashit, what is it, 5 laps? They're on 17%.
I'm almost wondering here Pivot is playing the absolute team game and just protecting Alan's tyres. Mind you, Pivot hasn't pitted yet either, but it just seems to be hanging safely enough back from Alan and keeping everybody else behind him.
This Mikey is looking on the back of Pivot as well. No DRS yet. As Mikey is burning, he's probably, is he going to get it done? But if he's going to look into the final turn, the later braking. He is later braking as he gets the move done. Nice move by Mikey. DRS is now enabled and he can go in a hunt for Alan ahead.
Top 3 have kind of left Vale back a bit, 2-second gap to him, whilst the top 3, second and third, are in DRS of each other.
It's a bit late. Barry goes around the inside and takes position of Mr. Pro.
Scootex is all over the back of Mr. Pro and stood on the back of him. Oh, Sid stuck his nose out. Oh, Sid. Oh, how about that?
Sid had to really pull out of that. Like he got the braking a little bit wrong.
Matt is past pivot. Alan, right on the back of Mikey, but Mikey must have got past Alan. I must have missed that.
Mikey did get past that.
Yeah. I was doing about his service there. I was thinking that Alan was about to get him, and I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. Bit late, Barry on Matt. Round the outside. Oh, job done.
Nice.
Barry gets my driver of the day. Here we are. That's it. Done. As per last night's rules.
Like he's got very good, consistent pace so far, Barry. Now look at the back of Alan. Go back to OTC Dreams. He's eaten a little bit at times, but probably not as much as he wanted. And we do know OTC Dreams needs to win this race.
Yep. Barry thought about a late move on Alan, but opted not to.
We might be going into... Oh, are we? I mean, they got around that together beautifully with no contact at all. Nicely done. As Matt's now looking on the outside, no, doesn't he? Pulls out of that as well. It's a nice bit of racing by all of those guys. LMB up to P12. Have I missed something that's gone on here? Because he was behind Sid, Stoney and Mr. Pro.
He's just on fire.
That means he's done 3 cars in one sector. If he has, then fair play. But he can now be unleashed. He's got a little bit of a gap ahead. Put this Alfa Romeo higher up the table.
Interestingly,
Oh, as Mr. Pro went very, very deep.
at the front, Doga's sheet has actually almost got a full complement of ERS. He's
89%.
Yeah. Whereas Dreams behind him is on 73.
Don't know precisely what Kenyon is on. 40. It's not reading on the app. It's reading Dreams are 71.
Kenyon
right,
is on
yes.
38, so he
Yeah.
must have been burning to try and stay in the DRS. Hale
He's
is
gone a
also
little
on
wider there.
35.
As Scootex may be looking at the inside of his teammate. He is, not sure. He's thinking about it. Matt's giving him the space. He does. Scootex also fighting for his Mercedes C, which I believe is actually out of reach.
It is. But
Cedric, Stony Bum.
he's past Matt, so he also gets a drive. And it's his team boss, so I mean, double.
Cedric, 41% ERS and 31% medium at the moment. They are going to feel a little bit ropey towards the ends of these medium compounds. 35% our leader has in Douglas Sheets, 23% hards behind in P2.
I'm just wondering when Alan is finally going to pull the trigger and come in, because since Barry went past him, he's losing a ton of time to him.
Yeah.
He really does need to
Cedric
come in.
firing. Absolute slingshotted out the start of sector 3. Passes Stony Bum with ease. Sector 3 yellows. That is Mr. Pro, I think, was round. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Pro here.
Out for another lap. Blitz is in the pits finally. Oh,
Blitz is in the pits. 2.33 pit. Good job by the McLaren team. Comes out in fairly fresh air ahead of the Aston Martin Snipes on medium compound tyres, and he's got a good fight towards the end now.
Q-Tex gets past Alan now.
Alan gets past Q-Tex.
Yeah, they're swapping back and forward like mad here.
Not sure what happened there. Might have given a legal overtake and he's let the position back, and he might have done vice versa, I'm not sure, but it seemed a bit of to-in and fro-in. But the pace is there to see from Scootex. Evening, convict.
I'm worried that Alan is going to leave this too late, and he's not going to have time to make up the time that he needs. So I can't actually remember what position he needs to get his target.
We've missed the lead. OTC Dreams has got past Douglas Sheep, but with a sacrifice of his ERS, 33% towards 81.
Right, Alan heard me. He's finally come into the pits.
LMB is past. Any guy in the pits is up into the top 10. Is he racing a fellow TTM team or comrade in TTM Pivot?
Stony Bum's coming as well, so Alan comes back out. Excuse me, in 14th place.
So the medium compound tyres are very close to reaching 50% of Douglas Sheet. We've got 30% on the hard compound tyres of OTC Dreams, and anyone sitting around that same mark. So you look at it and you probably go, LMB's probably got a quite good strategy. Because he elected to come in late on the safety car. Still sit at the back, but his tyres are a lot fresher. And he's currently sitting in the P9, so he should only get better as he breaks the DRS from behind as well. OTC Dreams is pushing, sets a new fastest lap. Cedric is now overtaking Pivot, as I've never seen Cedric overtake so many people. He goes a little bit deep into that turn though. I'm not sure, we didn't catch it. Some turn 1 incident. As LMB moves up into P8, I believe Mikey has just exited the pit. Fresh mediums as well. Comes out in P12, but he's got fresh air.
So I have just checked. Alan needs 6 points to get his target, so he needs to finish 15th or higher. And is currently sitting in 13th. So he should be safe.
Got a bit of a lonely part of the track at the moment, so just keeps himself to himself. He'll be fine. Let's go back to the front. Douglas Sheep just hunting down Dreams as well. I believe this fight is all going to come down to tyre strategies. Oh, Douglas Sheep goes in. The mediums are not feeling great. He comes in. They are 48%. So, I mean, if it was me,
Kenyon's in as well.
yeah, if it was me, and the gap that the pit is giving you now, with 8 laps remaining, your OTC Dreams, if these tyres are feeling okay, you just keep yourself out, surely, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a massive gap. He's just got to keep himself to himself, try and keep his pace consistent.
Yeah, I mean, what's that? 22, 23, 23, nearly 24 seconds that Doggy Sheet is behind him. So, I mean, he's got to make up, what, 3 seconds a lap.
Which is mega. Scootex, sector 3 yellows. Is that Mr. Pro? He seems to be having a lot of issues.
There is, of course, the danger here, which we've seen before at China, of tyres going pop. So it really will depend on the OTC
well,
Dreams.
OTC Dreams, judging by the app, is 37%.
It should be fine then.
There's no reason why. And I mean, if we go by it as well, LMB, who is a lap down compared to Dreams on the same compound, has only just tipped over 37. So they're basically the same level.
Yeah.
As telling us they are. Scootex, has he done more laps on the hards? He has. He's done 2 more laps. He's sitting at 47%. So judging by the data that's given back to us, OTC Dreams is in a very good state.
You do like that app, don't you, Ollie?
I just like the tyre thing. I think
Yeah,
the
I
tyre
know.
thing is what this game's missing. We sit here and we have to second guess everything, and now you know. As Pivot is, he was looking, so it gives him a little bit of room. Phil Sidge could have closed the door then a little bit earlier than he did. Oh, they're going around side by side.
Kudos
Gets
to
around,
Sid,
Pivot
though.
takes the
He's
place.
not giving it up.
Go on, so get yourself back. He has got himself back. Be careful of the move on the inside.
Seeing him look so fighty.
And he keeps his nose ahead. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. As it stands, there's a lot. Missing P4 Barry yet. Don't have any data for Barry.
I mean, he's literally out of ERS. He's been burning like mad to get up there.
He's got a fresh tyre of the Alpine of Kenyon. Hunting him down now. Dogashi, new fastest lap, fresh compounds. Mediums. So what did we say? He was 22 seconds behind, wasn't he?
Yeah, 20 now.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just got to keep himself. Even Vale's going to do exactly the same strategy. He's going to keep himself to himself.
Yep. Oh, yellows in sector 2.
Nothing there.
But no. Whatever
That
it was.
Mr. Pro. Might be Mr. Pro. It is. Mr. Pro seems to have seems to be struggling to fight that Williams.
He is slowing down to let people pass, so that could be what's causing the yellow flags. He's obviously getting lapped. So fair play if that is why the yellow flags were going up.
He's definitely moving over for people.
Yep.
So let's get to the leader one so we can have a look properly. So yeah, Dougherty is 19 seconds off the leader. We'll watch this for a couple and just to see if it
Kenyon has
starts to
completely closed the gap on Barry. Kenyon currently the only car in DRS zone of the one in front.
Oh, as he's looking, he tried to look on the outside, but very closed the door there.
From what I said earlier, I'm like, well, what are you doing, man? You've just got to finish the race.
I think Barry sort of moved over now.
Yeah, he did. I think he
That's
conceded
not
that.
my
He knew it
fight.
was. Yeah, exactly.
His job is to keep Scootex Matt behind now. Oh, is that Mr. Pro round again? It is.
I mean, Sid got back past pivot. He's pulled out 1.5 seconds on it.
Man's flying.
Mikey
Four
is
races
closing
too
the
late.
gap on Alan. Shoot at DRS down the back straight.
Should do. He does. Think he's going to be too far away, but it's going to drag him in.
So 4 laps to go, and Sheet's now just 4.5 seconds off the back of Bale.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So this is the closest one. Is Mikey and Alan at the moment on track? It's closest back all. As the yellow flags. Oh, excuse me. Oh,
Nice
wow! That is a late safety car.
That is not going to be good for Dreams. That was Mr. Pro. I didn't see where he went off, but
Not quite sure. I know he's struggling anyway. We're going to see some pitters
Dreams
now, I'm sure.
jump in the pits and put on a set of softs?
With the time limit he's got, well, with the gap that he's got, yes.
He's going to have to, isn't he? Oh, Snipers for Life's got to drive me. Yeah, James must be cursing this coming out. I wonder if this is
So
where
far, everyone is staying out. Oh, no. Is that Sid? The Sid has stayed out. Moved up to P10. LMB came in as well.
I wonder whether
Blitz, Scootex.
or not you pass your target or make the decision here, because Oh, Matt's got a drive-through as well.
That's okay.
Yeah, James is in, but I wonder if Vale, because he's already passed his target, will just stay out. He might stay out if he gets ahead of.
No, he's in.
Is he? Right.
He's in.
Here goes
Everyone
my
is in.
theory.
Everyone is in apart from the guys that are relatively new on the medium compounds. OTC, Dreams, Douglas G and Vale just... I think the only hope they had with... They just had to copy each other.
Yeah. No, I was going to say that my theory had been, was I thought that Vale might have stayed out, got ahead of Dreams, and then held them up to give Kenyon the chance to catch and get past them.
Yeah. Oh. Not sure what Barry's done there. It looked like he was going to his pits and then changed his mind very, very late. Yeah, I think the safety car you'll find is probably going to come in potentially this lap.
Yeah. So Matt's either going to have to come in and lose all those places.
There will be no DRS for the remainder of this race.
Yeah. Or he'll have, what, 5 seconds, is it, added?
Safety car is in this lap. Who?
Matt, he's got a drive-through.
Yes, yes, you get 3 laps to serve it, but obviously towards the... He hasn't got time to... Well, he hasn't got the full amount of time, so he gets a... I don't know what you get for a drive-through.
I'm not sure. Did you get disqualified if you don't serve it?
Potentially, he might have to serve it.
I think you do actually, now that I'm thinking back. It's been a long time since I've had this situation.
So Kenyon's just about to join this fight. He's going to have time to join it. OTC Jeans is going to have to hold out and fight off everyone sitting at full ERS. Vale. OTC Dreams leaving as late as possible. And it's gone. Douglas Yeet is burning.
I mean, Sid surely shall keep hold of P10 here.
But yeah, with the time that he's given there, he should be fairly comfortable. Maybe he needs 17 points. I think he needed like P4, didn't he?
I'm not quite sure. But I mean, no offence to Sid, because Sid is well aware that drivers of his and my limited capabilities of P10 and a half is a pretty outstanding result, so...
Yeah, definitely. Douglas Yeet is looking at Vale, is he? Side by side. Oh, a little bit of, I'm not sure, oversteer or contact. Didn't look like too much contact there. Might have just been a bit more oversteer.
I mean, that gives OTC James the breathing space that he would like.
Yeah, I mean, Vale here is doing
Matt serves his
OTC
drive-through.
Dreams an absolute favour. Where's Matt going to come out then? So it stands at the moment. Can Sid get Matt? Sid get Matt.
Sid was only...
Sid going to get Matt. Sid has got Matt. Has he?
Yes,
He
driver
has.
of the day to Sid.
Sid up to P9.
turning into Oprah. You have driver of the day. You have driver of the day. Everybody have driver of the day.
I have a good thing about your driver of the day.
Alan just got mad as well.
For me, with the people that haven't overtaken that, probably have overtaken that, I'm going to give it to LMB. That's my vote. He's had a terrible Q1. He had a bad start to the race, and he's now up in P7.
Fun enough, I thought that earlier, and then just when you were saying how I think about it, I completely forgot that is what I had thought earlier. But yeah,
do you know what? The game's done him dirty as well. He's done Matt dirty. It hasn't given him that's a drive-through. It still thinks that penalty is
the game
for Matt.
that's driver of the day.
As he goes to, and I believe he's done it. OTC Dreams needed the win to keep hold of his Ferrari seat, and he done it. Fail into P2
well.
double sheet.
Just to be sure.
Smashed it.
I'm going to go and board
Barry.
with Max. I want to see what happens here. I don't know if he's going to... Is he going to swing back in the pits or...
Cedric finishes his 5-stint race in the Haas.
P9.
And finishes his highest position so far up into P9. Alan, P10. On board with Matt. Matt gets a 20-second time penalty for not serving his drive-through. I knew it weren't going to be 5 or anything. That's why I couldn't work out what it was going to be.
Dirty cheater, Matt.
20 seconds. So basically, pretty much puts him plumb last, I would have thought.
No, you...
Oh no, he keeps P13.
Yeah, he keeps P13.
He passed his target anyway. And that concludes round 10 of Season 2 Realistic Tier. These drivers will be changing around in the next time we come back on track.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy, busy week.
Matt's penalty stands. It does. Driver of the day was given by the game from Cedric. Unfortunately for us, it goes to LMB. And with that dance out podium, OTC Dreams is disqualified.
I will get the instant reports.
Okay, cool.
And if any of the stewards are listening, if Matt appeals his penalty, no, it stands.
So, it comes out, the story of China is OTC Dreams needed the win and got the win. Late safety car nearly put a spanner in his works, but he stayed out in front and completed the task that he was meant to.
And congratulations to LMB on his recovery, getting him our driver of the day.
Okay, and that concludes round 10.
Break week next week, of course.
It is, so everyone gets a nice weekend off for King's Coronation here in the UK. Bank holiday weekend, and we shall see you the following weekend. So see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.